Alright guys, back here with another video. I was super interested in understanding the difference between some of these looms. So I wanted to do a bit of a analysis and compare what it really is the difference. So we have a couple of different watches here. Notably wanted to understand for Rolex's Chromalight, is it really different than some of the other looms that's out there? So these are the watches in my collection. Got the new 2021 Rolex Explorer I here. Got the Hamilton Khaki mechanical. The Tudor Black Bay 58 in Navy edition. The Seiko Alpinist limited blue. A 2009 Omega Seamaster, put it on a rubber strap here. It's a 300M diver. The Rolex BLNR GMT Master 2. The Grand Seiko SBGE 257. It's a GMT piece. All right, so I have this UV light here, it's funny, it took me actually this is the third try here. It surprised me how long the lume lasts. So this is my third shot, but what I'm gonna do here is shine the light on each one of these watches for about 10 seconds each. And then amazingly enough, we're gonna let it go for 6 hours. Because the last two times, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours was not enough. So yeah. So here's some things I noticed right away. Rolex's Chromalight, definitely nice and blue. I think it's a little bit hard to see and compare, but if I take the two Rolexes here and I put it next to the Black Bay 58, you can really see that the Chromalight is more blue, and I like that. I'm a fan. Especially with Explorer and the 369, shows off really nicely. And you'll notice with the other pieces, they don't have that bluish hint to it. Now, what's interestingly enough, the Omega Seamaster, this is the 300M. It's from 2009, so it's been a while since I've had this piece. And you'll notice that it actually has a very bluish hint to it as well. Very similar. I can barely tell a difference between the Rolex Chromalight and the Omega Lume. So yeah, maybe Rolex a little bit more on a marketing aspect, giving it that Chromalight name. But it's I think Omega did the same thing. They maybe even did it before Rolex, I don't know. But obviously this Explorer I here is from 2021. This BLNR is from 2019, and this Omega is from 2009. And the looms all look really great on them. Even back, over a decade here with this Omega, it's looking great, and they all have that bluish hint to them. Now, if I compare it here, and I can bring these two pieces and compare it with some of the other ones. So let's take the SBGE 257. Got a little bit of backlight here so you can see the watches as well, but there's the more traditional lume is more green. So I'm going to try to get some shots, and hopefully you guys will be able to see that as well, and I'll be able to get it into the video. But it's most of the other watches are green. So the Grand Seiko, the Seiko back there, the Tudor, as well as the Hamilton all show up green. So the other big thing that I noticed when doing this is that I don't necessarily know if different lume is going to give you better luminous. We'll put it up to that 6-hour test and we'll see which ones are shining. But I can tell you that from my first 2 trials, after 2 hours long, very quickly, the Seiko and the Hamilton basically couldn't see the lume at all, or very much at least, after even about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't think it's because it's the Hamilton or the Seiko. I think that just the amount of lume on these 2 pieces is just a lot less. You know, when you compare it to the divers here, you physically just have a lot more lume that is inside of each individual indice. So I think that's primarily what is going to drive the duration of how the lume shines. And so, you know, I don't have a Seiko diver. My guess would be that if I did and I was doing it to this lume test right now, you would see it to be pretty similar in terms of duration and how brightly that lume shines. That Explorer lume is just beautiful with the 369 and how they get that lume in there. So I am going to have the timer here. You can see got the timer there. It's only been about 7 minutes. So we're gonna come back every 30 minutes or so. Probably just show you what it looks like in the first couple of 30 minutes. And then we'll take it up to 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and see when the lume actually wears off. All right, guys, just some closing thoughts here. So I did run it for almost 6 hours. Tried to take a picture, was not actually able to get one. But what I can tell you is that with the lights fully off, the lume was still going on these watches. You had to bring them pretty close, but you could definitely still see it. In the pitch dark, you can even see the Hamilton as well as the Seiko Alpinist lume. So all of them were still going. Definitely the the pieces that have a bit more lume, you could see quite a bit more. So the Black Bay 58, the Explorer, the Seamaster, as well as the BLNR, GMT Master 2, all of those you could definitely see quite a bit more, but all of them were still going, even at the almost 6-hour mark. So that is that's the lume test. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.